Hi, so I'm going to talk a little bit about product lines. So, what we want to consider is the fact that a product line is a group of closely related products that are sold either to similar buyers or sold through similar retail outlets or sold to the same type of customers, right? So, either they're sold in a similar manner, sold to similar customers, or sold through the same retail outlets. Now, when we think about product lines and how they might be adjusted, major product line decisions rest on or involve the number of products offered in the product line or determining if the product line is too short or if the product line is too wide or too long, right? So some decisions that can be made if profits can be increased by decreasing the size of the product line, then the product line is too long. If the profits can be increased by lengthening the product line, then we know the product line is too short. So those represent some of the major decisions regarding the size of the product line. Is it too short or if it's too long? Okay. Some other considerations that we want to keep in mind is product line filling or product line stretching. So a company can actually expand its product line through filling or through stretching. So product line filling involves adding more items to stretch the line, the length or the range of the line. So why are some reasons, or what are the reasons why a company would decide to stretch a product line? Maybe they want to thwart competitors' efforts, right? So maybe they want to fill in any gaps that might be in existence. So if we think about maybe Coke and Pepsi, what are some products that they've added recently, maybe within the last year or two, which have helped to stave off competition? What can we think of? All right, so we know that both Pepsi and Coca-Cola have added stevia enhanced soft drinks to combat or to deal with consumers' interest in healthy, organic, all natural products. We know that soda manufacturers, particularly dark cola soda manufacturers, have faced a significant amount of scrutiny due to the how can I say this, negative or criticism associated with their product, the high amount of sugar in their products, etc. And so, in result, they've come up with new products. So again, product line filling involves adding more items in order to thwart competitors' efforts, to fight off competition, to recognize untapped portions of the market, to deal with maybe excess capacity. Another opportunity that companies, one other consideration that companies must make is that when you fill your product line, you want to avoid cannibalization, right? So the new products that you introduce should not steal or should not deteriorate or diminish the market share of your existing products. So if in fact new products are developed to fill in your product line, you want to make sure that those new products are innovative and that they're truly different from your existing offerings. So another option that a company has with respect to adjusting product lines would be product line stretching. And so when we think about product line stretching, companies are basically lengthening their product line. And that can happen a couple of different ways. So company can lengthen their product lines upwards, or product lines, they can lengthen their product lines downwards. So one example that I like to discuss, and you guys know I love automobiles, right? So one example that I like to use with automobiles. So if we think about automobile manufacturers that have adjusted their line upwards, meaning they've increased the quality of their vehicles or offerings, we can think about maybe Hyundai or Kia, right? So we know that Hyundai came out with the Genesis, which has done well, and they created that vehicle in order to rival Mercedes and some of the other luxury automobile manufacturers, right? So with Hyundai or Kia, their top of the end models would be an example of upward stretching. Okay. We also know that brands can stretch downward. So again, if we talk about automobiles, what are some automobile manufacturers that have created lower or created more affordable vehicles in order to reach maybe lower income consumers, right? What are some automobile manufacturers? And I wouldn't necessarily say lower income, but let's say they've created vehicles that are more affordable. Think about Mercedes, right? So we know Mercedes has come out with the C-Class. We know BMW has the 300 series. Jaguar has the X-Type. All of those lines were created, or vehicles were created in order to stretch Mercedes, Jaguar, and BMW's product line downward in order to accommodate new customers, right? And so some of the, when we talk about creating lower end products, obviously there's some risk associated with that, right? What are the risks? What kind of risks can you think of that BMW or that Mercedes or Jaguar might have to deal with when creating more affordable products? Well, you want to be careful that you don't alienate your current customers, right? And so you want to make sure that the new products that you introduce, again, that you don't run the risk of cannibalizing existing market share, but you also want to make sure that you maintain the integrity of the brand when introducing these new offerings, right? So again, product line stretching can happen upwards or downwards. And again, product line filling via product line filling and product line stretching, a company has the opportunity to expand their current product line. Okay, so think about some brands that you're familiar with that have either stretched upwards or downwards in order to expand their presence in the market.